It's the Wizard World Portland Comic Con 2014 here at the Convention Center in Portland. I'm Dave Paull for Ground Zero. I'm Dave Paull, and with me is
Andrew Kafoury. I'm the writer-creator of Nomad City of Empty Towers. It's basically like Ulysses meets Star Wars, and it kind of tells the story of a hero who rises to defy the unconquerable. Well, he's like Ulysses, and he wants to get home, and in order to get home, he has to go through a series of journeys and learn something about himself in the process. There's not really an arch-enemy, more than there's a lot of creatures and aliens and robots and species that he encounters.
And Andrew, what are your aspirations? I'm sure you'd like to see this made into a movie.
Well, it's a bit like the Dark Crystal. I'd like to see a Dark Crystal type movie or a Tim Burton stop motion animation made out of it one day.
We'll see what we can do for you.
What we can do. Thank you.
I'm Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. This is a wig. People ask me all the time, is that your real hair? No, I wish it was. I pretty much made the whole thing, except for the cowl is handcrafted by this guy named Reeves FX.
And you're into cosplay. Tell me about the whole culture of cosplay.
It's short for costume play, where people they either make or buy or whatever you want to do costumes and then wear them and run around and take pictures and have fun. It's the most fun thing I've ever done, so it's like my #1 hobby.
Aside from Harley Quinn, who I've seen around here somewhere, I've been doing this on my own for a year.
The energy that I put into a costume, it's a lot of fun to see if, first of all, I'm capable of making it look presentable. I really like the idea of just getting to represent your love for a particular character.
Started in 2006 and just collected the Stormtrooper gear, the X-Wing gear, the Jedi gear.
You don't always generally make every single piece of your costume, so this different pieces come from different people.
It was actually custom made over in Alaska.
I couldn't give you exact time. It took a long time. A lot of trial and error, shall we say.
I had to get all the pieces separately, but they were all at the same store, and then I had the boots just because.
We go out and do karaoke. We're all friends first and costumers second.
I got the headpiece from a gal in California named Twi'lek Pam. I did the patterning on the sleeves and the pattern sections.
Definitely the 501st is going to be my thing that I'm going to go to immediately. It just looks like so much fun.
I'm with the 501st Rebel Legion, Kashyyyk base, Cloud City Garrison.
It's worldwide, so it's there's bases all over the United States as well as the world. So I belong to Kashyyyk base here in our lovely state, and we try to strive for authentic costumes and give the public what they want to see.
You have to have a movie quality costume. We collect charity. We're doing the Peter Mayhew Foundation this year, and we've already collected, I think, close to $2,000 for them, and it's just going really, really great. People are wonderful. They love being here. I'm having a great time.
StarWarsOregon.com is where you can find both of our Star Wars groups.
Right on. R2-D2 here at the Comic Con, the Wizard World Portland Comic Con. I'm Dave Paull. Cordy Nettles is with me today here at the Comic Con. Cordy, hi.
Hi.
I couldn't help but be struck by your relationship with a comic book writer. What does his work mean to you? I noticed you were talking to him at length.
He's one of my favorite artists. My favorite comic by him is Witch Doctor.
Yeah, it's a horror medical drama. It's sort of like if Dr. House from House MD, if he was fighting supernatural diseases.
I was in Kandahar province, Afghanistan. I took Batman, Wonder Woman, and Witch Doctor by Brandon, and it's what made me decide to change my job from chemical to medical.
Honestly, it's really strange and neat to meet people who are that into the stuff that we've been doing. For me, I only started this a few years ago, and it's still definitely a learning curve to encounter people who have had, you know, my work touch them or influence them in some way.
Probably the Disney movies were probably my biggest inspiration. And I love I like a challenge. I like to do anything and everything, anything anybody ever wants, things I'm passionate about. This is probably my favorite if I had to choose. It was my first big undertaking like this, really a challenge, took about a month, but this is probably my favorite. This is my first at WizardCon, and it's been fantastic. We'll come back if they'll have us every year. I'm in trouble with all the merchandise here. I'm in trouble here.
I've always been drawing, but this stuff I've been doing for the last couple of years and just started doing conventions probably the last year and a half. I did a couple shows in Texas last year, St. Louis. I did Florida last year, and this is my first show of the year here in Portland. Hopefully it's a great show. I'm a fan of these shows, so I started doing characters that I enjoyed, and eventually I built up enough work and decided to come out and try and do Comic-Cons.
So do you sell your work online at all?
I do. I sell them at my website. It's TonySantiagoArt.com.
The company's called Aries Armory. I aim for movie-level quality reproductions of different suits, armors, whatnot. So what you see here I have on display is like a full Batman suit, and also down below over here at the table I have additional like Wolverine-style claws. This guy, from head to toe, you're doing the full thing, would be about $2,000, just the suit of armor, but the whole thing together is about $2,500. That'll take roughly about 2 weeks to do a full set like that.
Well, my husband and I fundraise for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research, and what better way to fundraise than with a DeLorean time machine. The foundation is set up so that the money that comes in goes right out for research. We have been very lucky to meet Michael and speak with him, and mostly it's how are you? How's everything going? Where are you going next? Because he always wants to know where we're traveling to. We set up a mission, and our mission is tothefuture.org to travel all 50 states. We've done 49. And we'll be heading for Hawaii in September, we hope.
It's 1969 all over again. I'm sitting in this great Camaro. It's a dream car for me. And what they don't know is I'm going to take it for a test spin. Here we go.
I got invited. I did a show a couple years ago for Too Fast, Too Furious. Paul Walker, which is in that movie, had passed away recently. We're just trying to show people about him, and we're trying to raise a little money for his charity here.
I'm with an independent filmmaker, Eric Schwartz.
The Void is an adventure mystery story about two little girls who try to solve a mystery contest, and they find out fiction isn't so far away from reality.
Did you see that news report today during Danger D? Yeah? We're gonna find him. Who? That kid that went missing this week.
You can make something that's in your head become reality, and so that other people can enjoy it. Either motivate them to make their own movies. There's no better reason in life than that.
What piece of advice can you give to the independent filmmaker out there who just has a couple $100 and a dream?
Don't stop. Push. Keep moving forward. No matter what anyone says. If you got an iPhone, go out there and make movies, because you never know where it's going to end up.
Yeah, Wizard World reached out to me this year, and I showed up last year, and they thought what I was doing was great, and they were wondering if I could come in and entertain the crowds again this year. Yeah, it's been a great experience being able to be here and play for all these people. This is kind of like my perfect crowd. Together I've been doing this for about 6 years or so, roughly around the time that I moved to Portland. You know, over time, it's grown as you know, I keep doing more and more things. Like last week I was on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and you know, things just keep spiraling out of control, it seems like.
Please welcome Brian Kidd. Brian! There he is. Oh wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Hey, Jimmy.
Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, you seem like a normal guy under that.
Oh, it was a blast. I'm still trying to process that actually happened. It was all kind of a blur as it happened. Fortunately, I didn't fall off my unicycle, which was the only thought going through my mind at the time. Don't fall, don't fall. I'm always available for hire. You can find me at my website, unipiper.com, or on Facebook.
Here we are with Grant Wilson at the Comic-Con Wizard World. And Grant, what do you think of the Comic-Con so far?
It's horrible. I'll never do it again.
You'll
No, again, it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Wizard World is, I mean, I've done a lot of cons over the last decade.
Yeah.
And they really make it attractive for the guests to be here. They don't work you to death. It's a well-oiled machine. They really know what's going on. And it's fantastic. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
We would really love to work with Grant on some ghost hunts. We've been talking with him about it. Who knows? We want to pull him away from his successful game business and his music and all the cool things he does, and hopefully get him into investigating again. Would you do that?
Yeah, I'll do it. I
right.
just can't do it full-time on TV. That was too rough.
All right. So here we are with Grant Wilson, and come out to Comic-Con. It's awesome. Take care.
I have a secret I want to share with you. This was my first Comic-Con. I'd never been to one before, and it's been great. I had a question though, what is cosplay? Well, it's all about the costumes, and they are so great. I mean, I've seen a whole range of fantasy characters, and that's what this show is all about, is the fantasy world of comics and zines, and all those great film actors were here from the motion pictures. Also, I met Adam West, the original Batman on the television series. He autographed my ball cap. So, how great is that? I'm Dave Paull at the Comic-Con for Ground Zero Radio.